guys, please like, subscribe, and share. Okay, thank you.
Ekene Maria, Egypt na Gracia, Oseblu Anonyeli, Edengos Nechti Boronine, Others in God's Buma forgive Jesu. Maria, their son, Nenke Chuku, Yabalai Bandinja, Kita Namano, Amen. Yabalanya, your own Nenke Chuku, so, I will tell you, Nampaki, Christy. Ayo. I know you Chuku, Kirin Gracia, in Carbon angel to Jerusalem, where Molly will have a Christian Molly. It's not fear no beer, where but I stone and beaten Oya, still a Christian divine. Amen. But to told the rain and one among so, it's all the things I like when you never wear. Amen. But to told the rain and one among so, it's all the things I like when you never wear. Amen. But to told the rain and one among so, it's all the things I like when you never wear. Amen. Kabulo bindini ne kwere no galaga. Sene pele nkechu fazri kenando kwa. Kabulo bifazri kenando kwa. Amen.
Onye nwanyị nọnyere ụlọ ka Chineke dị ike niile gọzie ụlọ nna na nwa na mmụọ nsọ.
Amen.
Ekpere a bịara site na nkwado ndị Love Bite Foods and Beverages Limited Nnobi. Ndị na-alụpụta Love Bite Bread nọ na nọmba 1 Nwosu Mmaduka Close, Umuru Nnobi, 081-4982-8254.
Listen to news updates on Ebonadi 103.5 FM immediately after Angelus 6 o'clock a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. weekdays. Stay tuned to be updated, to be informed. News updates, live reports. Ebonadi FM breaks the news with actuality.
The link that if we are hoping for a new Nigeria,
You can as well listen online via mixlr.com/gistfm.
Good evening and welcome to Ebona, the 103.5 FM news update today, Wednesday, 22nd day of March 2023. And the time is 3 minutes past the hour of 6. Martin Ifan Shukwekeze is my name. The headlines. Anambra will partner you for developments. Soludo tells Tinubu. Secret move Umahi made to ensure victory for APC in Ebonyi. Controversial Anambra pastor Odumeje claims he has completed his work will die soon. IPAC calls for immediate release of Enugu governorship poll results. Yoruba versus Igbo. Attacks in Lagos shows Tinubu will rule like Adolf Hitler. Japan's prime minister makes surprise visit to Ukraine, offers support as China's Xi Jinping backs Russia. Now, details. Anambra will partner you for development, Soludo tells Tinubu. Anambra State Governor Professor Chukwuma Soludo has congratulated President-elect Asiwaju Bola Tinubu of the All Progressives Congress, APC, for being victorious during the last presidential election in the country. While congratulating the APC winner Tuesday in his statement in Oka, Soludo advised his opponents who lost the election to approach the court if they feel aggrieved. But he pledged to partner with Tinubu for more developments in Anambra State, adding that Nigeria needed healing and restructuring. However, he commended the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, security agencies for the peaceful 2023 general elections, especially the citizens for being what he described as the real heroes of democracy. To me, the true heroes of the last elections are the citizens of Nigeria, especially the youth, whose voice will continue to be critical as we collectively strive to build a new Nigeria. Nigeria is the winner, and I'm confident that a better future lies ahead of us. Congratulations to all Nigerians. Let me also congratulate the President-elect Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu for his election. We congratulate your closest opponents for their courageous and impressive outing. In this regard, may I repeat my previous calls and hereby request our President-elect to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu immediately after swearing in. That is, if he is not released before then, we need him around the table as an important stakeholder in discussions about healing and sustainable peace in the Southeast. To our newly elected colleagues, governors-elect, we say a big congratulations. Let us work together, especially under the auspices of Nigerian Governors Forum, NGF, in pursuit of national common good. We also congratulate the elected members of the National and State Assemblies. We also thank millions of Nigerians who voted for candidates of the All Progressives the Grand Alliance ABGA across the entire country. As true believers in the potential of Nigeria, our party will continue to network and collaborate with all like-minded Nigerians and groups to advance the greatness of this country. Secret move Umahi made to ensure victory for APC in Ebonyi. The outgoing governor of Ebonyi State, David Umahi, has disclosed that he fervently prayed that his enemy did not succeed him. Umahi added that he would not interfere in the administration of Governor-elect Francis Nwifuru's administration. According to Umahi, the APC had performed excellently in the South, but governors are finding it difficult to secure re-election. Umahi reveals how he prayed that APC succeed in Ebonyi. Nwifuru garnered 199,131 votes in the election to defeat his closest rival in the election, Ifeanyi Udi of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), who polled 80,191 votes. According to the governor, who also secured his bid to to the Senate, the APC in the Southeast performed marvelously. Umahi maintained that governors are currently finding it difficult to be re-elected and that he was the only governor who succeeded in securing his re-election during the poll. Controversial Anambra pastor Odumeje claims he has completed his work will die soon. Controversial Anambra pastor Chukwemeka Onare, popularly known as Odumeje, has said he will die soon, having completed his work on earth. The pastor came into limelight with his weird pattern of spiritual deliverance, where he carries miracle-seeking members of his church in a manner akin to the WWE wrestlers and smashed them on the floor. He was in the news last year after he confronted officials of the Anambra state government who had come to demolish his church. He was beaten during the encounter. During Sunday service, Odumeje, in a video circulating online, was heard telling his church members that it was time for him to go. He said, "I have called my little son, King David, and I told him that very soon your father will leave. You must take care of your brothers and your mother." He came to this world for a purpose, and that purpose has been fulfilled. Has finished his earthly ministry and will leave soon, he told the congregation. Odumeje has fought several battles and has challenged many native doctors to open contests on their ability to perform miracles. He is 40 years old. IPAC calls for immediate release of Enugu governorship poll results. The Interparty Advisory Council, IPAC, in Enugu State on Tuesday urged the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, to immediately release results of the March 18th Enugu State governorship poll. On behalf of the APES political group in Enugu, the chairman of IPAC in the state, Chief Edwin Alo, told journalists that INEC had no powers under the law to review collected results. It will be recalled that INEC on Monday, March 20th, suspended further collation of results in the two local government areas of the state, in Kano East and Soka, over allegations of overvoting and other electoral practices. Alo urged the Resident Electoral Commission (REC) in Enugu State and state returning officers to, as a matter of urgency, announce the result of the election without delay and declare winner with immediate effect. He said that any action short of the declaration would be outside the law and could bring anarchy to an already fragile situation. He said, "We note that the results of the 17 local government areas, including those of Nkano East and Osoka local government areas, were all collected by the returning officer on March 19, 2023. By the provisions of the Electoral Act 2022, the only other duty remaining for the state returning officer who is acting on INEC's behalf is to add up the figures, announce them, and declare the winner in line with Section 64, Subsection 8 of the Electoral Act 2022, we state that the cancellation of an already made return by a returning officer can only be made if the returning officer made the return under duress, and such a complaint must come from the officer in question. These clearly do not apply to the Enugu situation. By the law in Section 130, subsection 1 of the Electoral Act, is also mindful to make provisions for the adjudication of any complaint against a return made by the returning officer. So we see no good reason why the announcement of the final results and declaration of the winner in Enugu State governorship election, which is adjudged comparatively free, fair, and credible, should be placed on hold. This is for the mere desperation of a few individuals and at the expense of masses that freely exercised their franchise and made a statement through their ballots, Allah declared. Yoruba versus Igbo. Attacks in Lagos shows Tinubu will rule like Adolf Hitler. The 2023 People's Democratic Party (PDP) presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar has accused the president-elect Bola Tinubu of launching an assault on Igbos and non-Yorubas in Lagos State. Atiku said the event in Lagos State during the governorship election has proven that Tinubu would rule Nigeria like German's dictator Adolf Hitler. He accused Tinubu of unleashing his talks against electorates during election in Lagos. The former vice president disclosed this in a statement by his spokesman, Frank Shaibu. The statement by Shaibu said Tinubu's dictatorship would make Nigeria wish for a return to the era of late military head of state Sani Abacha. The statement read partly, it was the tactic employed by Adolf Hitler in the 1930s. At that time, he engaged in profiling and used the Jews as their punching bag. Today, Tinubu has launched an assault on the Igbo and all non-Yoruba speakers in Lagos. With what happened in Lagos, Tinubu has elevated dictatorship, scientific racism, and Yoruba tribal supremacy and wants to take it to the federal level. Tinubu has ruled Lagos for 23 years under his watch, and the APC wins all local government elections. When it is time for governorship and state assembly elections, he unleashes his thugs, who also target non-Yoruba ethnic group, as you saw in Lagos on Saturday. It is what Tinubu plans to bring to the center, a Nazi style of leadership that will make Nigerians view the past military dictatorship of Sani Abacha with nostalgia. Prior to Saturday's governorship election, Igbos were attacked in Lagos State. Markets majorly populated by Igbos were attacked and burnt down before the governorship election. During the election, some thugs believed to be loyal to the All Progressives Congress (APC) warned Igbos against coming out to vote. The attacks followed the victory of presidential candidate Peter Obi in Lagos State. Now we move over to the foreign scene. Japan's prime minister makes surprise visit to Ukraine, offers support as China's Xi Jinping backs Russia. Prime Minister Fumio Kishida made a surprise visit to Kyiv, stealing some of the attention from Asian rival President Xi Jinping of China, who met in Moscow with Russian President Vladimir Putin to promote Beijing's peace proposal for Ukraine that Western nations have already criticized. The two visits, about 800 kilometers apart, highlighted the nearly 13 months old war's repercussions for international diplomacy as countries line up behind kilometers apart, highlighted the nearly 13 months old war's repercussions for international diplomacy as countries line up behind Moscow or Kyiv. Kishida, who will share the group of seven summit in May, met President Volodymyr Zelensky and paid tribute to those killed in Busha, a town outside Kyiv that became a symbol of Russian atrocities against civilians. A town outside Kyiv that became a symbol of Russian atrocities against civilians. After talks with Xi Jinping, Putin said a Chinese peace plan could provide a basis for a settlement of the fighting in Ukraine when the West is ready for it. But he added that Kyiv's Western allies have shown no interest in that. US officials have said any peace plan coming from the Putin-Xi Jinping meeting would be unacceptable because a ceasefire would only rectify Moscow's territorial conquest and give Russia time to plan the renewed offensive. In a joint statement issued at the end of Xi Jinping's state visit to Moscow on Tuesday, Russian time, the two men cautioned against any step that might push the Ukraine conflict into an uncontrollable phase, adding pointedly that there could be no winners in a nuclear war. Putin accused Western powers of fighting to the last Ukrainian, while Xi Jinping retraced China's neutral position on Ukraine and called for dialogue. We believe that many of the provisions of the peace plan put forward by China are consonant with Russian approaches and can be taken as the basis for a peaceful settlement when they are ready for that in the West and in Kiev. However, so far we see no such readiness from their side, Putin said. This is where we draw the curtain on news update on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. But before we leave, a quick look at the headlines. Anambra will partner you for development, Soludo tells Tinubu. Secret move Umahi made to ensure victory for APC in Ebonyi. Controversial Anambra pastor Udumeje claims he has completed his work, will die soon. IPAC calls for immediate release of Enugu governorship poll results. Yoruba versus Igbo. Attacks in Lagos shows Tinubu will woo like Adolf Hitler. Japan's prime minister makes surprise visit to Ukraine, offers support as China's Xi Jinping backs Russia. You just listened to news update on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. News produced and read by Martin Ifeanyi Ikeze. Thank you for listening. Good evening.
Sure. Listen to news updates on Ebona, the 103.5 FM immediately after Angelus, 6 o'clock a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. weekdays. Stay tuned to be updated, to be informed. News updates, live reports. Ebona FM breaks the news with actualities.
I believe that if we are hoping for a new Nigeria,
You can as well listen online via mixlr.com/gistfm.
Ebona FM, 24 hours of informative, educative, and entertainment programs. Can't stop, won't stop. On Ebona 103.5 FM.
Man is a political animal. That's why we all have our views on politics. Political View comes to you at Ebona 103.5 FM with Martin Ifeanyi every Monday, 3 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. It's all about the day-to-day activities in the Nigerian political space. Views of political actors from various political parties on political process. Views of labor leaders, and most importantly, your views. Views of the common Nigerian. Tune in to Ebona 103.5 FM or you join online via mixlr.com/gistfm every Monday and Saturday. What are your political views? Keep a date.
All day, every day. Who's bad? Hit it. Ebona 103.5 FM. How best can we talk about the challenges we are having?
Okay, guys, thanks a lot. Like, subscribe, and share, all right? Thank you. Thank you.
Street report. If we do not address these challenges on Ebona FM,
Who will?
as the happenings around us get as complicated as they can be,